Good morning, Dawgpoundsouth campers. It's Monday, March 25th. This is the Cleveland Browns Dawgpoundsouth podcast, part of the Fanatical Elves Network, part of the Fans First Sports Network. I'm your host, Steve Gill. Well, the owner meetings are going on right now. Kevin Stefanski talked to the media this morning, and as you would expect, nothing was said when he answered all the questions. Acknowledged that he and Ken Dorsey went out to LA and had dinner with Deshaun Watson, who were shattering. Told Tony Grossi that Grossi would be the first to know when he made up his mind who would call plays. Who didn't have any comment on the new kickoff rule, which I don't completely understand yet. I'm going to look into it. So basically, it was a whole lot of nothing. The more important interviews with the media today will be the Haslams. Jimmy and Dee will talk to the media for the first time since last July. I did not realize that was the last time. I think it was July 24th. Geez, on one hand, I'm kind of glad the Browns don't have an owner like Jerry Jones who feels like he should be in the spotlight constantly. But, you may have wanted to hear from him. I will be shocked if the first question isn't about the new stadium. Now, what I've heard is the Haslam Group would like a lakefront stadium that can be used more than 8 months a year. So that sounds like a dome. The city wants to put the money in the current stadium, which I think is ridiculous. If you're going to do a stadium, do a new stadium. So I am sure that the Haslams will not answer anything. I expect them to say talks are progressing or something along those lines. One of those non-answers. I believe Andrew Berry speaks tomorrow, and we'll get a whole lot of nothing on that interview as well. News over the weekend, Jerry Jeudy's contract has been revealed, but I have not seen it yet. Jack Duffin has put out on Twitter, @JackDuffin, what he thinks it might be. I would tend to agree with him that the base pay is going to be $1,125,000. That's your veteran minimum. And that probably, and more than likely, the upfront cash will be somewhere in the neighborhood of $19 million, and the cap hit will be somewhere in the neighborhood of 4.5, 4.7, somewhere in that area. That's the only thing I can guess that it's going to be. What else is going on? Well, let's take a quick break here for commercials. I'll add in later. Be right back. All right, the competition committee has been voting this morning. You heard about the new kickoff rule, which, like I said, I've got to do a deep dive into that after I do some tax returns today to understand it. They also banned the hip drop tackle. Now, if it protects players that they don't get hurt, I'm for it, but I don't really understand what the difference is in a hip drop tackle or a normal tackle. I never played football, not organized football, but I know that the referees will have to distinguish between a normal tackle and a hip drop tackle, and I am not confident they will do that. It'll be a 15-yard penalty and an automatic first down. So I'm taking bets today. The first time it's called, I have a feeling, will be during a Browns game, and it'll go against the Browns. I don't know. They've explored the depths of the NFL rule book ever since they came back in 1999. We found out about NFL rules that nobody had ever heard of. But hey, it's the Cleveland Browns. Let's look on page 84. Section C, subparagraph B. Oh, yeah, here it is right here. Penalty, Cleveland Browns. So I have no faith that the current referees are going to get this right. I just don't. I would assume that you're going to hear more rules that will be voted on, or for or against. But I'm really, really interested in listening to Jimmy and Dee Haslam kind of read between the lines on what they're saying. I know they want to, like I've said, I've heard they really want a year-round stadium downtown by the lake. That's what they want. That's what they want to build. The city wants to put lipstick on a pig and put about $1 billion or so into that stadium that sits there now that needs to be demolished and a new one needs to be built. Frankly, it does. So what else? Nothing else is going on right now. Like I said, I'll listen to what Andrew Berry has to say. I believe he talks tomorrow. I'm sure he's not going to say a word about anything. I'm sure also there is a possibility, because the owners meetings are going on this week, that Kevin Stefanski and Andrew Berry will be extended. I don't know if they will or not. Usually the Browns do contracts in the summer, in between the team activities and training camp. That's usually when they make those announcements. But it wouldn't surprise me if Jimmy Haslam tonight said, yes, we have extended our two-time coach of the year, Kevin Stefanski, and Andrew Berry. I would love to hear it. I'd love to see it. I think both of them are doing an excellent job. So that's it for this morning. This has been the Cleveland Browns Dawgpound South podcast, part of the Fanatical Elves Network, part of the Fans First Sports Network. Thank you again for watching, listening, following. We're just Browns fans like you. And we're opinionated, and we know you're opinionated. So everybody have a great day. I hope everybody brackets survived over the weekend. Mine is total crap, so I already threw it out. So thanks again for watching, listening, and following. And everyone, go Browns.